road again. Mal-behavior's on the road again. So I'm out of my normal studio setup, but that is because I am moving in to my new studio setup. In the meantime, though, we got a little bit of a makeshift model behavior good news today, because it doesn't matter what else is happening in my world, there's still a whole bunch of nerdy news to talk about. So let's talk about it. Marvel Legends fans, get ready to be billed for your Dragon Man. A year in the making, just about. He's going to be dropping very, very soon. According to Dan Yun, he's going to be on display at San Diego Comic-Con, and he's put out in a tweet that anyone who pre-ordered this dude, you're going to be getting billed real soon. He's going to be shipping. They released a whole bunch of proper photos to really show him off, because before, it was only the renders we really had to go on. Now these are actual product shots. He looks glorious, just in time for Fantastic Four First Steps to be out in the movie theaters. It's a good time to be a Fantastic Four fan. Mythic Legions, oh my goodness, they have been some busy boys. Let's not belabor anything here, because there's a lot to go through. So right here, we've got the Mythic Legions Horror of Einsamol. You can tell I didn't watch the live stream. Sight reading, Horror of Einsamol Wave Revealed. So first of all, I got some lovely notes here from TNI News. God bless ya. So Commander Igraine, this female knight, is the leader of our party of heroes. First of all, I mean, it's Mythic Legions. All of these look gorgeous, but some of them in particular. Burris Burgerstory. This new imp scale Burrow Gnome is the mayor of Einsmall and owner of its only inn and pub. I love the lore that they put into these. Then we've got Jakul Ironbones. This highly articulated tundra orc is a fearsome customer and a threat to all who cross his path. He looks like it too. Then there's Byler Frost. Hang on, I just lost my place there. Byler Frostfur, another imp scale release. This small fox-like tracker leads the way in the cold of Einsamol. I'm never going to be able to pronounce that easily. I'll put all the price information down below as well, so we can just roll with it with the pictures for now. Then, what am I talking about? Eastbjorn. This deluxe beast is another of our popular, fully articulated bear mounts. I remember when the bear mounts were first released a couple of years ago. People went nuts for those, and rightly so. They look gorgeous. So where are we? My page is jumping about. This time, a massive polar bear. Yes! Then this. Garmir, the Horror of Einsamol. Answering fans' requests is our first ever Legions werewolf figure. Hey, they're going to give Loose Collector a run for his money. This ogre scale monster is highly articulated with tons of new parts for this battle-ready wolf warrior. Boom! And then also, this is lovely. You get full diorama type pack here. I really dig this. We've got the Einsamol Inn and Public House accessory set. Dress up your toy display and photos with these diorama style items from Einsamol. I'm just gonna stop saying that. You could have made it easier. Four Horsemen. I'm gonna have words with them at ToyTuberCon. State of your names, mate. But yeah, this looks like a really fun set as well. So Mythic Legions pre-order sale will begin. Well, it's begun. Now it's going. It will close on the 3rd of August. So you can go over to storehorseman.com, order directly from them. It looks like another great way to spend a huge amount of money. But why the heck not? Now, this is the era. It's not the era, but it's the time of year when we have all of our San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. So there's going to be a lot of stuff. It's going to be tricky to get your hands on if you're not at the Comic-Con itself, but you might want to try extra hard, because we've got here Jada with their remixes, and they're giving some added value. So first of all, we're getting M. Bison right here with the glorious green and orange color scheme, which I think looks ugly, but also it's classic. It's classic Player 2 Bison, and I love that, but really, it's the flaming body. Man, that flaming body is just incredible. Then with the actual Cycle Crusher power effect as well. glorious. So apparently this full pack has 4 head sculpts, including 2 brand new expressions. 2 brand new head sculpts, well, that's what they're saying, for M. Bison Player 1. I see, so you get Player 1 expressions too. 3 sets of hands, Psycho Crusher and Psycho Power effect pieces with stand, Burning Body accessory with a stand as well, and collector grade packaging with window display and removable sleeve. This looks beautiful. Plus, we've just got the full reveals or semi-full reveals of their Player 2 Dalsim as well, in the slightly weird, freaky looking bluey grey version of himself. He's got the beautiful burning body as well, but finally, in particular, I love his Yoga Flame looking face expression, because I thought that was really missing with the original one. They fixed that. Now with this second one, I can just see him doing his winning pose of yoga, 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 yoga. So much Street Fighter nostalgia with this. But really, Yoga Flame with the burning body paired up, that looks amazing. Now we got some McFarlane DC multiverse. This time, the Page Punchers line. We got the full reveal pictures for ones that I teased in the last episode. Superboy and Wonder Woman. I don't really like the look of either of these figures, to be honest. Superboy, without his leather jacket, just looks naked. You know what I mean? There are some characters who, without the accessories, it just don't look right. It's like if you had Bret Hart with his sunglasses, but not his jacket. Like, you can't have one without the other. So this looks like a pretty bare bones kind of Superboy. Where's his glasses as well? Yeah, it looks like a kind of a half measure to me. And then Wonder Woman, well, I mean, it's a super retro style of Wonder Woman. And if you want a super retro, well, you're not going to get more super retro than this. But for me personally, being the more sort of discerning DC fan, doesn't do much for me. But it might do something for you. And if it does, I'm happy for you. Now, this DC figure does do a little bit more for me. New 52 Nightwing. You can see, because I'm doing this in a makeshift setup here, I'm not doing any retakes. If I flub up some words, we're just going to power on through. This is MezCon 2025. So not specifically San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, but it's kind of a tie-in, the whole summer convention season. So we're getting the red version of Nightwing here with some pretty red accessories as well. In fact, holy potatoes, a whole bunch of accessories with smoke bombs and batarangs and all kinds of stuff. I love me my Mezcos, and the Nightwing costume, especially in red, really makes me think about Batman and Robin from, Joel Schumacher Batman and Robin, which might not seem like a good thing to go to, but I got a little funny nostalgia for it. So I think this looks really cool. Tamashii Nations have shown off some beautiful, proper glamour shots of their upcoming San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. So let's take a little look at them, shall we? I've shown you the previews, but now we got the full-on pictures of, first of all, Son of Gohan Beast exclusive edition, available at San Diego Comic-Con. All of these look really gorgeous, I gotta say. Then one, I don't even know Dragon Ball Z, but I know this guy, Great Ape Vegeta, just because I've seen statues and images and things of him all over the place. Again, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Man, it says here, the display base has also been updated to a new ochre tone, reflecting the look of the surroundings from his battle with Son Goku. Looks badass. Then also, we're getting the Great Demon King Piccolo. Pair him with SH Figuarts Son Goku Innocent Challenger to recreate their intense battle at King Castle. I know that means something to someone. And then finally, at least one that I do know something about, we've got Gojira 2023. My favorite Godzilla movie, absolutely stunning Godzilla -1. And apparently, the joint system has been carefully engineered to preserve the sculpt while allowing for dynamic, natural posing. Not my words, but theirs. But I'll take their word for it. All of these look super fun, but if you want them, got to get yourselves over to San Diego Comic-Con. Hot Toys, not to be outdone. They've got a whole bunch of new reveals. I'm gonna go through these relatively quickly because there's a lot to show you. So first of all, I think the big one is Superman 2025. So we've got straight from your movie screen. I'm so looking forward to this movie. Superman 2025, Hot Toys, Superman and Crypto. I think Crypto looks a bit, looks very much like an accessory. But Superman himself, I mean, at least this looks like David Cornsweat to my eye, at least. Certainly better than the was it SH Figuarts? I think it was, but yeah, you know the one we were talking about in the last episode where it looked like the dude from Happy Gilmore. This looks a little bit more faithful. Then the costume itself looks like it's pretty tight on his body as well. I know that with 1/6 scale, tight costume characters, sometimes it can look a little bit like pajamas. This looks decent. And I'm just so happy they went with the underpants for Superman. I think it's the way it should be. And also the stand itself, the fact that it's like part of the Fortress of Solitude, nice touch. I dig that. So that's your Superman right there, $285, available from Sideshow Collectibles website. And also, they're doing Iron Man Mark III Stealth Mode. So one for the Iron Man fan who has everything. I've always loved the stealth armor. Just for some reason, the midnight blues with the reds, it just works. It looks real nice. This is a Hot Toys exclusive. Nothing up for pre-order yet, so I don't have a price, but you can just look at the pretty pictures and most likely, I'd imagine, agree with me. They are quite pretty. And then finally, for Star Wars here, we've got Hot Toys Clone Commander Gregor figure. And this, I've never watched the Clone Wars. Not my cup of tea. Not saying that it's not good, because everyone always tells me, Dave, if you say you don't like Star Wars, you should at least watch the Clone Wars, because that's like peak prequel Star Wars content. I know it is, but my goodness, there's so much stuff out there to watch. I know I'm never going to have the time, but I do appreciate a pretty action figure when I see it. And that's what this is. Oh my goodness, Storm Collectibles. They're coming for us. They're coming for our money, man. So we had the 2025 Anime Expo. And boy, was Storm Collectibles exposing themselves in the best way possible. With Storm Arena here, we got a couple that we already have. Most people have in hand now, Ken and Ryu. But dude, Nash, Charlie Nash, dead center, look in the business. See, this is great, because I can't justify to myself replacing my Jada Street Fighters. But Nash, this is a whole new character that Jada haven't touched. So this, along with Dan as well, seeing those there. Dan! I'm really hyped for those ones. But then going further back, and they've even said Chun-Li as well. We got Chun-Li on display there. I might have to replace some Jada figures. It's tough. But then we got the Darkstalkers. With prayers of collectors has finally been answered. We're getting, is it Morrigan? I always get the names mixed up. I know the look. I know people are going to be watching being like, Dave, how can you say you've been like praying for this figure? You don't even remember her name. I'm a flighty individual, okay? Just like she is with her bat wings. But you've got her and you've got the palette swap, who is a different character as well. And I know it's not a complete palette swap. She's got like different hair and stuff, but you know what I mean. Anyway, very great, very good stuff to get excited about, especially in a Marvel versus Capcom kind of sense. Then they're doing the bigger, sort of like the 7-inch style, chunkier, more classic Storm Collectibles figures. T-Hawk, he looks the business. If I'd started collecting the Street Fighter line from the beginning with these big figures, I would have been all in. But, you know, too late to the party. But as a standalone figure, I really wouldn't mind getting this Bison, because he just looks incredible. What's the difference between a buffalo and a bison? You can't wash your hands in a buffalo. This, I would be tempted. I'm guessing those crossed hands might be like a removable piece, kind of like SH Figuarts do. I don't know, but it would make sense. But I love that. I really love that. Then we got some more King of Fighters figures. I'm not so familiar with them, but I know that there's a huge following. I was just never raised on King of Fighters. But, you know, Ralph Jones, whatever their names are. We've got the prototypes for Terry Bogard and Rock Howard. I'm not poo-pooing them, because I know that fans are super psyched for that. I'm just not too familiar. But on the whole, though, Storm are continuing to smash it. There's too much stuff for us to want to spend our money on, quite frankly. See, this is what happens when I don't have my normal setup in front of me. I lose half my notes. But I do want to talk about the new Street Fighter movie casting, and I don't have his name in front of me, but this dude from Suicide Squad, and for me, Late Night with the Devil, cast as M. Bison, and oh my goodness, they've done some fun, interesting casting so far, but this, chef's kiss, because he looks, in a nice way, kind of unusual. Like, he's got an unusual look. Like, where is he from? He could be from anywhere. He's got this kind of like mystical kind of look to him. I love that. I think this is perfect Bison casting. And also, there's heavy rumors that Cody Rhodes is being considered for Guile. I don't see him too much as Guile. He's got the short blonde hair, but that's all it really is. He is very USA, red, white, and blue, but I see Guile as more of a rough military man, whereas Cody's very well groomed. You know what I mean? Still, some interesting news. I'm so pumped for this Street Fighter film. It's just going to be so bonkers by the sounds of things. I'm really here for it. In Creator Corner, I had to shout this out. One Oak Customs. Oh, be still my beating heart. This is the most incredible size-wise, scale-wise, the most incredible custom I've ever seen in my life. Pretty much, I guess this must be technically a full-on 1/12 scale Leopardon for Spider-Man, animated Spider-Man, Japanese Spider-Man. What am I trying to say? Yeah, that's his name, isn't it? Japanese Spider-Man. This is just next level, nuts, bonkers, absolutely doff of the cap and a can of Coke to you, sir. This is incredible for the Spider-Man collector who has everything. Well, now you can get yourself a full scale, a full 1/12 scale Leopardon. You're just going to have to ask One Oak Collector real nicely. Oh, sorry, One Oak Customs, that's his name. One Oak Customs, just, send him an email. Be like, oh, mate, sort us out, will you? Today's cosplay cover artist is Lisa Mancina, never failing to absolutely crush it. If you're not following her on Instagram already, well, I highly recommend you do. And folks, that does it for Good News for today. What did you think about the items, articles, whatever? This is just one of those episodes, isn't it? What did you think about the things I was talking about, though? Comment below and let me know. I'm running on so little sleep, and I've been all over the place doing stuff. I'm a little bit giddy, but hopefully it makes for a fun episode. So gang, thank you so much for watching. And channel members, all the stuff that's happening right now with me being together with Juanita and getting this studio and just making everything grow the way it is, it's all because of the support that everyone has been showing and making this channel what it is. So thank you so much. I'm so grateful for everything that you're helping me build with us together. It's a dream come true. So thanks for that. I'm giving you a thumbs up for a change. So gang, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, keep displaying model behavior.